All right. Welcome to a live stream. It seems to be functional at this point. Maybe a little bit unexpected for those of you who might have been thinking there'd be a video today. There is nobody here yet, but if you're watching the VOD, mention it in the comments of the VOD. I will try to reply. But anyway, we're here. We're doing stuff. Time to post this lad on the Discord. How's it going, everybody who just joined? I thought it might be fun today, and while it was nice for me to take a break, then well, let me try to explain. Sometimes, some weeks, I'm just like, man, I don't have any good ideas this week, and then sometimes I'll go through with it and I'll just make something that I don't really like, and I don't like doing that. So what I wanted to do today was just stream something, have some fun, and try to fix some of my past automation mistakes. Specifically, we're going to start with the paddy wagon because it has some very significant issues that people pointed out, and I don't like that it looks like this, so I figure we should probably fix it. But anyway, how are you guys doing today? It's 1 o'clock on a Saturday for me, just after eating some lunch, but it's actually a pretty nice day. I really like overcast days. I don't know what kind of weather you guys are into, but if you've seen my video from a long time ago about my skin, you'll know why. But I really like overcast days because then I can go outside without having to worry about being sunburnt. So I'm very happy about that. How are things down in Louisiana? You know, that is one state I have not been to. I have been to a few states, but not that far south. Anyway, so I want to fix this thing today because it's not good. It has some issues. One of them that I didn't realize that's dumb as heck is that the flag disappears when you look at it from the back. So we're going to fix that. Same thing with the window and some other small things as well. It's flooded. Okay, I can't say I'm too surprised every time we hear about kind of that southern US area in the news in Canada. It's all about weather issues. We don't get your good news, we only get your bad news. From Wisconsin, from Sweden, we are getting people from all over the place here. Goodness. Welcome to the stream though, guys. I appreciate you sticking around. I've been streaming every Tuesday, and that's a lot of fun, but yeah, figured I'd mess it up and also stream on a Saturday as well. You know, if Fail Race just posted, then you can watch his video later, you know what I mean? The stream you can watch later as well, but I'm not here to convince you of anything other than stay. This will be going on for a while though, so watch that and come back. Romania, Poland, India, goodness. Literally all over the world here. Okay, so what I want to do is make it so we can get rid of this body without having to go and get rid of it like this. What we can do to fix that is... Oh, Germany as well, goodness. But what we can do to fix that is get rid of this paint and make it into something else. So that's what my plan is. We won't be overriding this one. We'll be making our own, and it will be transparent, which is gonna mess up everything else, but I'll fix that, don't worry. Okay, that's good. Trim, same thing, transparent. And we'll have to make the windows... Oh, that's not... This is windows. Fully transparent as well. So that should theoretically make it work better in BeamNG. The stupid stuff that I missed last time. Like, I tend to make a lot of dumb mistakes, but anyway. This is now semi-fixed, and now I just have to go through and fix the body itself, and then we'll be good to go on that, I think. And then we'll have to go back and obviously I made a drastic mistake by putting a 4-cylinder in there, so we're going to make it a V8 as well. Greetings from Brazil. Hey, thank you for joining into the stream, Owen. Appreciate your love for the channel. It's kind of weird to think about that, but anyway. This car is a dumb mistake. Everything that I make is a dumb mistake, but see, the idea is that it's an inspiring dumb mistake. Inspiring is what I'm going with. So if you see my dumb mistake and you're like, man, I can do that better, then I feel like I've been successful. So the G35, if you're talking about the coupe one, not much has happened to it. It's in my garage still, and the reason for that is because it has no doors. But if you go and check out the there we go. That's basically what I'm going to be doing for all of these pieces. But if you go and check out the second channel, you can see what kind of progress has been made on it. There we go. Oh wait, no, this one needs to be the meat color. There we go. But yeah, slowly but surely getting us back. Not all of them. You know, the Bugo is the mascot of my videos for a reason. What is this? Oh, that's the... Oh, darn. Okay. We'll just make that back into... Well, chrome, maybe? Chrome is the best. Yeah, I do intend to fix the V8 issue. Trust me, that was a dumb oversight. I noticed that I made that mistake after the fact. I'm like, oh, wow. That is a rough one to make. Okay, we gotta find the top bun. Hopefully this is it. Nope, that's not it. That is... That's one of the seat pieces. There we go. I'm just gonna have to keep going through this entire bloody thing. This is gonna be a while, by the way. Apologies in advance. Okay, there we go. Okay, we found the seat. We found it. Yes. It's slowly coming together. If it wasn't for the ability to scroll through fixtures like I'm doing, this would not be possible. Okay. This has got to be... Darn, that's not the bun. Oh, this is the upper layer. I forgot that there are 3 on this thing. Beautiful. And that's the window, which I do intend to fix because the transparency on it is just weird. And then this is probably the bun. Oh, no, that's the inner bun. And the outer bun. Hey, it's fixed now. Goodness. Oh, you don't have any ideas for making a car in automation? Do I? I have many ideas. A lot of them are bad though, so please don't take my ideas seriously. Oh my goodness, there's so much jank going on here. What happened to the taillights? They got sucked into the body somehow. Oh wait, no, actually the taillights just went invisible. That's probably what. I'm gonna have to go through every single piece and find the invisible materials. Don't worry though. Okay, I'm gonna give the windscreen an outside in chrome, and I feel like that's gonna fix it. It's not realistic to the show, but that's probably my best bet. And then the taillights. They're back. Okay, sweet. Somebody... Speed Crusader, what do I do for a living? I work in the construction industry. I am... Well, I went to school for engineering, civil engineering, so that's kind of what I do. Civil engineering, but not any engineering. I'm not an engineer. I should say that. I did not go all the way to become an engineer. Am I ever going to bring back the disco puck truck? I probably should, but back in the day when I made that video, it was a total flop, so I wasn't ever keen on making another one. However, it was a lot of fun to make. And this car now has ridiculous fender flares, so we'll just hide those for now. But that's better. Now that everything is mildly invisible, it is improved. Except for the chassis hanging out. Maybe I'll hide that too. Okay. Oh, hey Alan, I didn't even see you. It's been a while. A wheel. Oh, cool. Yeah, that is interesting. So before doing this stream, I was literally planning on doing a random car stream similar to that, where you can just kind of spin a wheel and pick a random feature and then add that on. But I decided against it because I felt like it would turn out poorly. Like with a lot of people watching, and we're gonna get some bad rolls. It just feels like that would be the luck of the dice on that one. So what I'm gonna do with the flag is I cut it off there because I want to make it 3D instead of being a flat piece like it is. So I'm just gonna take one of these and then slap her on there, and hopefully we can make a decent looking flag. Oh man. Daisy? Looks fine. Sorry, I'm missing some of your chat messages. Do you like Hellcats? I mean, I like the idea of Hellcats. I wouldn't want to put any gas into one though. Gas is really expensive right now, so my tastes are very much decided based on what is most affordable. I might be one of those weird outlying car enthusiasts that actually like Priuses. I know that sounds strange, but I really like fuel efficiency, and so I like that kind of thing. Case in point, my wife drives a hybrid. Is engineering fun? I mean, it depends on where you get into. If you're an actual engineer, once you get into the higher levels, you don't do much engineering. You do a lot more project management, which is sort of where I am. Except I'm not a project manager. I am just kind of in that sort of category of the industry on a lower level. I only have a couple years experience. I graduated college in 2018, so I'm not exactly an industry veteran or anything. Oh my goodness. But basically, if you're an engineer and you're an engineer for long enough, you become a manager, and you're no longer doing much engineering. You're doing a lot of problem solving, which I guess is engineering sometimes. But okay, that fixes our flag issue, and that also fixes our windscreen issue, which is awesome. And I really wish to fix this wheel issue, but we'll just have to leave that where it is. It's already looking better. I'm happier with it than it was. Just a few small things make a big difference. Space Engineers, I have heard of it. I have it wishlisted, but I haven't bought it. Why does it have shiny buns? Okay, you gotta watch the clip of the movie, because in the movie they talk about how it's like oh man, I almost have to rewatch my own video, but it's like a sparkly sesame seed bun. It's part of the deal. I was trying to make it realistic. Brian, why are you asking me how much I paid for college? I have no idea. The problem with a question like that is that, as we learned already, everyone here is from all over the place in the world. Statistically speaking, most of you are from the US, but I'm going to just completely remake this engine, by the way. And we are going to go rear wheel drive if possible. But the thing is that asking about money is hard because I only know things in Canadian currency, and then most of you are not going to know what Canadian currency is regarding, like, comparatively speaking towards your currency, so that's difficult. Like, sometimes I see stuff and it's in US dollars and I'm like, oh, that looks like a good price, and then I convert it to Canadian, I'm like, oh wow, never mind. That is not a good price at all. Okay, get out of here with your pounds, Shadow Aura. If you want to learn city planning as far as traffic management, oh yeah, get City Skylines. Hey, I like City Skylines a lot. When I was in school, I specifically was focused on, you know what, let's go for a 60-degree. That intake is horrible, but let's go for a 60-degree. That is really bothering me how lopsided that is. 60-degree V8, because that's probably more realistic. And then it's gonna keep being dual overhead cam, I guess. I mean, this might look a little bit more realistic. It had spark plug wires and stuff off on the sides, but I mean, we don't get that with this game. We see the coils, but oh well. I think that's probably going to be fine. 4.2 liters is going to be interesting. But yeah, we're getting out of the 4-cylinder-ness and we're moving back over to V8 as requested, because I feel like that's going to be good. And as you could probably tell, that's going to destroy the wheel spin issue that I had before. But what I was saying before, I realized I just cut myself off like I often do. Okay, I thought I broke it for a sec. Just cut myself off again. I focused on municipal infrastructure in school, so I wasn't like in civil engineering. There are a bunch of different disciplines. One of them is structural civil stuff, so like stuff like bridges and like beam design and that kind of thing. $240,000 US on college. Yeah, that's not that's a little bit expensive. I can tell you that for the college that I went to, every course is about $400, and you do 6 to 8, maybe sometimes 10 each year. So do the math on that. I was in school for 5 years. It does not add up anywhere near what you're getting at there. The parking passes are bloody expensive in Toronto, though. Goodness. You wanted to become a petroleum engineer. That is really interesting. Yeah, that's a lot of chemistry. Anything to do with gas is going to end up being super chemistry. Rail transportation engineering, goodness. Well, if you're an international student, then things usually get jacked up. But when I was in school, I did municipal stuff, so my focus was all on pipes and roads, and it was also on. Should we turbo this? My focus was on pipes and roads and things of that sort. So I hardly did anything related to structures. 265 horsepower basically. The weight is really low, and so it hardly drives. I mean, that makes sense. Car's strong oversteer. Car's issues with wheel spin. It's beautiful. It is amazing. The wheel spin is on purpose. I want to try some different intakes. Oh, geez. Standard. Man, oh man. You know, it actually has to be a twin intake because of the deep fryers. Okay, we'll go twin. With DI, performance, race just seems like it's... race is just ridiculous. I love it, but it is ridiculous. So we'll go for the performance intake. Super low quality fuel, and man oh man. $8K USD per semester. Yikes. I mean, I don't know what that is like in Canadian dollars to relate to. So my brother is in a bit of a prestigious university. I hope he hears me say that, by the way, at some point, because he'll grimace. But it's a reasonably expensive school, but I don't think it's that much per semester, and he's doing engineering as well. Engineering is interesting. It seems like, I mean, I'm guessing because you guys are into automation as much as I am, or maybe you're just interested in it as a concept. Um, you're probably going to be somebody who's inclined in the ways of engineering. And I wouldn't say that I'm very smart, at least in school. I did okay. I didn't do amazing, but it's more in my mind like it's. Let me try to explain this. You should strive to do well in school, but the reality is that school only gets you so far, and a lot of what happens in your life is going to be based on your work experience and how well you take to the work that you get and what you can do, sort of with that fancy piece of paper you get from school. So that's kind of I don't know. For me, as an example, man, I feel like I feel like I need to retune this. Oh yeah, the exhaust is really restrictive. But for me, oh no, I hardly use any of my schooling in my job, so it's it's hard for me to even recommend that kind of college that I went to because I barely even use the stuff that I learned. Is a nuclear physicist? Oh goodness, that explains his love and passion for spreadsheets. I think, okay, I think that developers, especially of games like this, they gotta be like extremely focused and smart and these kind of numbers and things. Like automation as we see it is totally different from what it looks like underneath. It's all spreadsheets and stuff going on in the background that we don't see. And so like you gotta be really smart to be able to handle this stuff. So no surprise that he's very well educated. I feel like this is going to be probably too much power. 280 horsepower in the Paddy Mobile is already a mistake. So I'm worried, basically. I'm worried. What I think we can do is I'm going to re-export this over top of the previous one. So we'll try it out in BeamNG later. But I feel like I need to retune the estimated top speed is only 170, probably because of the wheels. Penn State University. I don't know much about United States universities, to be honest with you. So I have heard of it, but only through movies. That would be the only avenue. I'm going to make these a little bit wider just for safety's sake. Because my goodness, I feel like I'm going to end up burning the wheels on the back of this lad, flying off the road, and then getting eaten by a seagull. Dual banana intake? Oh no. Game designer and game artist, respectively. Okay. Scrap mechanic. I will eventually play. Yeah, I remember Alan seeing like pieces of this game from long ago, and I guess that's where that comes from, the original devs. This always bothered me that it hung a little bit low, so I'm gonna fix that. But it's weird to me that I didn't ever see anything about this game until like a couple of years ago, I guess, when I started to make videos on it. That was like, I don't know, a bit of a revelation in my automation or in my YouTube career, I guess. Career, a bit of a joke. Oh, I forgot to change the texture of that, and so it broke last time, so I'm going to do it right now. And then we're going to have to get into the tuning, which I'm afraid of. Geophysicist in formation. What does that mean? This looks like the paddy car. You know, it is the paddy car. It is a paddy wagon. Hey, no need to be sorry about being late. We've only been going for 25 minutes, and I feel like we're going to be here for a while. I'm trying to go slow today. I'm not trying to go speedy quick, because the amount of fixes I want to do are basically limited to this and then your suggestions. So once we fix this one, then we'll export it to Beam, and then we'll fix something else, and then we'll do Beam again. So it should be good. Yeah, no, it is definitely interesting to see how games in general shape over time. But this one has got this one's definitely got some stuff. Like the changes over time, if you look at old screenshots, it has been a significant road in development. Okay, so it seems our wheels cap us out at 165, which is fine. 87% wheel spin, and every single gear is wheel spin. So, yeah, get ready for the disaster here. The reason why this is manual, if you're wondering, is because it's manual in the movie. You'll see SpongeBob shift gears violently as he shoots the car out of the does it pop out of the Krabby Patty? Not the Krabby Patty. Oh, jeez. It's been a long time since I watched SpongeBob. The Krusty Krab, number 2 or number 1. Either way, it busts out of there. And that looks really bad. Oh, the bumps here are not supposed to happen. That is not great. Oh, look at how rough that is. Man, oh man. We'll just pretend I didn't see that. I don't feel like that's normal. I don't think I've ever seen that before. No downforce, I like it. 2 seats, obviously. Actually, it's a bench seat, so we'll make it a bench. And I think I'm going to give it power steering, even though it probably didn't have power steering. Okay, that's probably good. The paddy wagon has been amended, and hopefully it'll be stronger than it was previously. Let's see what it looks like when it exports. A little bit jank, but overall not too bad. Better than it was, that's for darn sure. Is it normal for schools to use Windows 95? Windows 95? That's 25. Well, I'm 26 years old. 26-year-old software. I don't think so, unless it's like a hard system that is millions of dollars to change and they haven't changed it for 25 years. Like, I feel like that would only exist in like satellite control computers, stuff like that, where they have one very specific software that they use and then they just never ever change it. It never gets updated because it's too reliable. Okay, so we fixed the deep fry paddy wagon, and man, I don't even know what else to fix. What other car should I work on, or should we just start on something new and then go and try these 2 lads out in BeamNG? But I'm forgetting which other ones had major flaws. I have invented brakes that literally shudder when you brake hard enough. I realize that I am now a pioneer. Please believe me. Oh, you know what one I should try and fix? Just quickly. While I'm thinking about it, I'm going to try and fix this stupid Xbox thing that I made, which floats in the air in a beautiful manner. Let's just put everything back on, and you can see that we'll get rid of the windows. It's beautiful, I know, but I need to fix it. It bothers me that it's so good. Yeah, so lately, I guess, semi-lately. Wait, what happened? This thing's broken now. Oh, no way. It's literally broken. Okay, I guess I actually do have to fix this. I didn't suspect that it would need fixing, but here we are. I'm just gonna put on some hyper basic car stuff and then try and fix the rest of it too. none of this actually matters because it's gonna all be made invisible anyway. Okay, so now, oh wow, it actually only has 8.1 horsepower. Jeez, I didn't realize I made this bad. So what I was trying to say before is I've made some bad cars in the past, and I've very much stretched the definition of car. I'm doing hand gestures right now, but you can't see. Literally stretched the definition of cars. Hey, Alan, if you want to, you can send me that, no problem. Into the point where I've made literally an Xbox, because why not? Like at this point, why not? So yeah, it's beautiful. It's elegant. It's an Xbox Series X. I tried to say X there, and then I said S at the same time. But we gotta paint this, and it needs to be a new color, and that color is going to be transparent. This one will also be transparent. Oh, transparent. There we go. These will also be transparent. The brakes will be transparent. And then we're left with all this jank, which we might be able to hide. It would have been good for me to build this here instead of build it in the middle of nowhere, but I wasn't really thinking, and now it's impossible to move it. I won't do a face reveal. Wait. Okay, hold on. Owen, you gotta go check out my second channel where I do IRL videos and my face is all over that place. You probably know what I look like if you've watched more of my videos. Oh my goodness, it can only do 70. So what are we doing? We are fixing things. As by the title, fixing my automation mistakes live and making more, which is just a passion of mine. Making mistakes is just fun. This is literally not going to do anything, is it? Oh, I forgot that every single one of these dots is individual. Oh no! I don't want to tell you how long it took me to put those down. That was too long. Either way, consider that beast. You know, maybe we should fix the engine. It's extremely small. I don't know why I made it this small. There you go. Now the Xbox has a bit of horsepower. 36 horsepower. That's good enough. Should we try and make a PlayStation? There it is. You know, yeah, it's basically a supersized industrial fridge version of the Xbox. And it's funny that they actually made a fridge version of it, which is awkward, but yeah. Okay, that one's fixed. Kind of. Fixed in quotes. I don't want to spend the time to fix it for real because man oh man, she bad. Make a PS5 controller? That would actually be a challenge. The more curves it has, the harder it is. I don't know if any of you have actually seen this video. I'm hopeful that most of you have. You can see a bit of a preview of it here, but my wife actually made this beautiful cat bus from My Neighbor Totoro. And that video, oh, except for its eraser tail thing. But yeah, that video is up on the channel. Make a PSP? Oh my goodness. An internet router. Yeah, the My Neighbor Totoro bus. Like, I guess the whole point of these things is like, you can make a lot more than a car in automation and have it be decent. This bus is pretty decently detailed, like, especially considering what it is. She spent a lot of time on it, but this is like the This is probably one of the more creative things I've seen. I don't know. I think it's cool. But anyway, stuff like this, yeah. If I do a PlayStation, I'll probably do it for a video, I think. Mostly because it's going to end up with me sitting there for like probably an hour just trying to line up the two like side pieces, which I wouldn't even know how to make at this point. What's my second channel? It's called Bright Hill. It is definitely linked somewhere, not in the description or anything, which I can probably fix actually. Oh, this is gonna end up being broken. There we go, found it. There is now, well, there will be in a second. With bad spelling complete, there is a link to my second channel in the description. Spiky teeth on the bus. I have made something as equally evil as what you're describing, so get ready. But this was my Joker mobile with spiky teeth and a tongue that I had an idea for. Sometimes I need to get this stuff out of my head to be able to sleep at night, so that's what I do. Oh man, make a living Bugo. That is an interesting idea. Yeah, this is the car driven by all of society. It was kind of the epitome of my rocket car thing, where I said thing, but my rocket car phase maybe is the right word for it, where I was just cutting off the back of cars and then adding rockets, and I don't know, I like to have fun doing that stuff. It's weird, it's strange, it's cool. I don't know. I'm haunted by this. A Roomba. Oh, that is actually a great idea too. Whoever was asking for ideas before at the beginning of the stream, the chat has you got hooked up right here. All of these ideas are awesome. An aerial nomad is an interesting one, although incredibly difficult in this game. Roomba is great. I think that would be a lot of fun. How many Bugo variants are there? Do you really want to know? There's like 10 or more. And if you go on the Discord channel, or on my Discord, there's a channel called Bugo Church, where it's the cult of the Bugo, kind of like the cult of the Vault in Borderlands, and it's full of different Bugos, including one that got sent to the moon. So it's a very brilliant place. But yeah, I've made some stuff with teeth before, literally teeth, and it's hard to come back from that kind of thing. Automation is pretty cheap, but if you can't afford it, then that is unfortunate. It hardly comes on sale, although I would always suggest buy it. Buy the games that you like to support the devs. I mean, I think that's pretty dumb and obvious at this point, is it not? If you like a game, you should buy it. Support the developers that make games you like. Anyway, if we go deep into my history of cars, there are some classics in here, classics from beyond time that you may have never seen before, that have been damaged by many years of automation updates. I think I'm gonna delete this. Oh, the disco puck is right here, and then there's also the Google Chrome 300 horsepower piece of garbage that we made. Oh, this actually gives me a great idea. Let's make something weird. Not like this type of weird, which I'm kind of curious to see what this looks like these days, if it'll even load it up. And oh, it's still jank. Man, this thing is bad. I actually don't hate the back end of it, but the lights on the front really make it special. This is an example of some of the weirdness that that I've seen, uh, or that has been seen on this channel, and especially on these streams. They're pretty good though. Oh geez. So I'm thinking, I am thinking maybe a little bit too hard. Maybe a little bit too hard, because I had this really bad idea a while ago, to try and make a new car. So let's make something new, brand new, in fact. Oh, there is literally a potato that somebody made, um, in this game, a body that is nothing but a potato. Oh, I just realized something. We can make poles. So one option is going to be potato. Second option is going to be something else that I've thought of that is dangerous and awesome. Where the heck is it? Where is that stupid car body? There's this one car body that has unlimited engine size. Um, and I gotta be able to find it. It's one of those mod bodies that's just real broken, and I purposely don't use it because of its brokenness, but you can fit a max size horizontal V16, um, or a transverse V16, I mean, in the thing, and that is always going to be a mistake. Pardon me while I scroll through hundreds of cars here. No, that's not it. That's a Ford Escort. This is it right here. This 1990 coupe is is the thing in question that is absolutely ridiculously broken, and also that's not bad. So we could go for a potato. We could go for a coupe. I haven't even told you what I'm doing yet. Hey, let's make it. Let's make it between the two options. Question is car, and then wait. Oh wait. Potato, and then let's see. I've never done one of these before. There it is. Okay, just now we got 12 volts. Volts? We votes. Go ahead and vote in the poll for a second. I am attempting to figure this out. Okay, we're getting very heavy onto the broken coupe territory, so I feel like we're probably going to stick with that. So here's my idea. I haven't told you yet. Let's end that poll. That's actually a lot of fun. I think we'll continue to do polls as we work here. Chat decides the build. Oh no, that's got to be a stream at some point. But if we make this as light as possible, hey, actually half of you voted on that, so not bad. Oh, this noise is busting my eardrums. We can go for something extremely light. Not with leaf springs though. That's a terrible idea. Oh yeah, no. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be real good. Put up that quality all the way. Make an engine for it. V16 magnesium, maximum size. Actually, the fastest you can get at the moment is direct acting. Everything just way up in the in the possibilities. What's I'm trying to remember the tune for the fastest, most crazy engine you can make. But the gist of it is that everything needs to be up. I want to make this have like 4,500 horsepower, something like that. And then we can try and go from there to see what happens. Okay, so this is our ridiculous engine. I just want to skip through. Oh, it has to be classic. That is too good. Skipping through this, I want to show you what that looks like in the car. So we have our regular coupe and then sort of a lower end version of it. So we'll go with this one. Skip through, all-wheel drive, of course, and she's so big it hangs out the side. Like the gearbox is hanging out the side. That's kind of what's wrong with this body, is that the engine size restriction allows for this kind of madness where you have two gigantic turbos literally touching the ground, and then your transmission is out the back just hanging out. That's the kind of thing that I'm talking about here. So what I thought I would do, and I realized that this is also a mistake. This thing can do 500. That sounds great. But I want to do the most ridiculous wheel spin front wheel drive car that we can. So that's why it's going to be front wheel drive. It's going to be bad, but that's kind of the point. I really just want to see how bad we can make this. So let's go back to the engine. It makes 2,000 horsepower, 2,400 and a lot. Let's just raise up that RPM. Actually, it makes more than that because it makes 2,631 horsepower. That's crispy. That's a lot of power. Yeah, we're gonna have to go. Probably have to go lightweight forged. Ugh. Well, that means we're gonna have a pretty low RPM limit, but that's fine. Front wheel drive, 2,600 horsepower. You know how it goes. Sometimes you just gotta crank that VVL profile all the way up to 3,000 horsepower. Very easily, very easily making it to 3,000 horsepower, or at least 3,000 Newton meters of torque. Turbos, beautiful. Timing and all this, oh man. Okay. We don't actually need bypass valves, that doesn't do anything. This is gonna be bad, by the way. 3,000 horsepower. Should we? Oh man, I want to just leave it there without going higher, but at the same time I'm scared. 23% chance of it detonating. Okay. How much fuel we got? We got a lot of fuel. Back when I made my extremely powerful, back when I made my ridiculous 4,500 and or it's 4,450 horsepower car, I used an engine very similar to this. So what I think we can do is, one, the compression can go up a lot higher, although we don't want it too high. We have 100 octane to mess with, and we're going to put almost all of that into tuning the absolute heck out of this, including turning down the turbine until it gets to the point where it makes too much power and it explodes, because that's what I like. Oh my goodness, here it goes. 4,000 horsepower. Come on. Hey, big money. 4,300, 4,350. That's not bad. Okay. It's basically a gigantic bomb, um, as you say. But hey, that's kind of part of the point, right? We wanted to make a gigantic bomb, and so we have. It's all torque, 4,378 horsepower, 4,403. Oh, wow. 4,407. That's a lot of power. That is a lot of power. Turn up the boost. 4,420. Oh, wait, yeah. Right here's the sweet spot. 4,442 horsepower. And I messed up the quality here as well. Didn't even turn up the quality of the turbos for that. Man. So max power, roughly max power, front wheel drive, I don't see any problems with this at all. It's going to be great. Just ignore all this problem here. 4,445 horsepower. It's going to be difficult to keep it contained within this package. Now, what I'm also planning on doing, I haven't even messed with the ignition timing yet. Seems like we don't need to. I'm just going to turn that down slightly. Literally, we're going to make max power right at the peak RPM. That doesn't make any sense, but it's fine. Yeah, we're good there. Okay, so we'll make this engine some kind of flamboyant color, because obviously it needs to be that. Valve cover trim, make it out of plastic. Red, green, there we go. I actually have made a build with maximum downforce before, and it was interesting. I'll say that. It wasn't great though. Okay, it's hideous, but it's beautiful. That's kind of the point. I like oxymorons, and it's still sticking out of the out of the side of the car, so I feel like I've done something right. Okay, let's quickly paint this thing. I wanted to further my ideas a little bit more, because we could make it transparent and just have it be an engine going down the road, but maybe instead we'll make it out of leather. Vibrant colors are fun, although I don't really do them too often, so that's why we're making some exceptions. And the wheels, you're not even going to be able to see them, but color match wheels are a terrible idea. Yeah, we'll just make them black. Okay, let's skip through this stuff, because I really, really, really want to see if we can get those wheels wide. Oh, I forgot to do something. So this body has some other problems. It has some other issues in the fact that you can make the wheels extremely wide, just absolutely nuts. Like, look at that. Many of you will consider this to not be an issue. I sometimes would agree with you. I also can't get it back in. There we go. Go back in and stay there. Goodness. We can also make it taller, although I don't know why you would want to. And we could also make that taller, although again, I don't know why you would ever want to. Okay. So extremely wide fronts, that's not a sign at all that that things are bad to come here, because I think what we're going to have to do in the old drivetrain section is find out that it's maxed at 557 kilometers an hour. Obviously it needs an LSD, and it's going to need, man, it's going to need some help. Okay, let's put some big wheels on it, semi-slicks, massive, massive wheels, as big as we can get. 395s on the front, 355 on the back. It's literally a drag car. We can bring that out just a touch to cover that. Oh yeah, beautiful. Elegant, beautiful, majestic. Those are all the right words for it, I know. The crazy part of this is you don't even need to widen the fenders to get the widest possible wheels. But if we want to make the width of them more than, like the offset, I mean more, then we're going to have to go for super wide fenders. Oh boy. Fix it, fix it. Okay. Elegant, beautiful, covering up the transmission. Those are the things I had in mind. just wait for it, okay? It gets good eventually. The keyword is eventually. I'm seeing, oh, jeez. You guys are just encouraging me in this, aren't you? You're giving me bad ideas. Yeah, let me just pick some rims real quick. Again, not that you're going to be able to see them because they'll be covered by... the alternator is hanging out inside of the rim. Oh my goodness, I guess that's a good way to get your electrical power. Okay, so if we put rims like this, it'll help to cover things up a little bit. Although that transmission is going to be sticking out of there for... I mean, that's not going to change, is it? We got to get some rims that stick out even further. The turbofan idea is not a bad one. Yes, yes. Okay, where the heck did those things go? I'm dazed and confused at the moment. Ah. Yeah, I mean, that's... but as close as we're gonna get. The thing is... oh, actually... oh, man. Okay, I'm gonna go with these. No reason in particular. We'll go back over to the wheels. So the thing is that we need, well, we have maximum width on the front and the back. Not saying we really need it on the back, but it's there anyway, just as a precaution. This body is like perma banned from showcases because of how ridiculous it is, including the fact that you can make the tires ridiculously large as well. Which may or may not help to offset some of the issues that this has with wheel spin. That is huge. It's if people are like, no, stop, don't worry, we're not there yet, okay? We're not done. I still need to make them bigger somehow. I really want to see where we're at. So we actually lost top speed. However, it doesn't have any wheel spin issues at the moment. That's because it's not done. Carbon ceramic brakes, it's going to have to stop somehow. They can only be really, really small because the rims are small, so that's great. Downforce? If you're not praying now, then you're doing something wrong. Quality all the way up on that. You know how it goes. Single seat, I guess. Full race car. This is meant to be a drag car. That is its entire purpose. So get ready. We don't need any safety or anything like that. That's all going to be low. Sport. You know what, let's just go with this stuff for now, and then we'll come back. Okay, car has severe issues with wheel spin. Why am I not surprised? I think, hold on a minute, we need to move that up, and Ride height can go up as well. Not saying that that's what we want. What I would love for this game, and I know that this is difficult to implement, is the ability to tilt your car up and down, like front down, back up. In this case, I don't know what you would do because it's front wheel drive, but just don't worry about it. That is brilliant though. I'm having a good time with this. Cut that off. Make it nice and low. The exhaust? No, it does not. That is a terrible idea. Okay, race preset. Looking decent. Let's check up on that wheel spin. 100% in every single gear. 87% wheel spin. And that's with a full thing here. Let's go sequential. Yeah, that hardly makes a difference. This would make it work better if we went all-wheel drive, but even then it's going to have problems. So I feel like as much as I want to change it, that changing it is not the best idea, and it doesn't matter that much anyway because we're going to be running this on some very sticky ground. So if it spins the wheels on sticky ground, then goodness, it's going to be bad. Hey Jared, how's it going? Welcome to the cancer stream, except instead of supporting cancer research, we're causing it. On these streams, I tend to experiment with different things, and that's sort of the point of them for me. And so what I want to do in terms of design for this beast is experiment again with some design language ideas that I have, including but not limited to this one horrible idea I had that I've done a few times where we put gigantic rockets out the back of the car. I just think, like, why would we not do that again with something as ridiculous as this? So let's try it. So that's our exhaust pipe. Send it in 3D, put it on the old mirror, make it bigger, turn off the snap on it too. And then we have literal cannons coming out the back, which should be a lot of fun in terms of their popping and banging and all that stuff. Oh, we can make it a triple. There we go. We want the rolled ends. Oh, this is going to be great. Man, now I'm actually thinking about making this look good. Is that a problem? Aw, I'm ruining the aesthetic by making it look good. Okay, we got our tape. Got some cutting to do, just a small amount of cutting. Oh yes, say goodbye to the back end. We didn't need that anyways. Massive exhaust pipes, here we go. Yes, yes. And then we'll make them stick up slightly, I guess, for downforce purposes. That is really looking awesome. If you guys were here for the part of the stream already, the Joker mobile thing that I created, then you'll already immediately recognize this aesthetic because I'm doing the same sort of thing again, except this time live on stream. And just having fun messing around too. That's sort of the play. Okay, I'm thinking about these fenders a little bit. Like, these back ones are never going to be high enough, so I'm just going to shrink them. If they would shrink, I'm going to shrink them as small as they'll go. They really don't want to shrink. 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 Never mind. These front ones. Those ones can be as big as they want, but I really do want to shrink these bad ones, or these back ones. Also bad ones, but hey. Oh my goodness, it's so jank. just I can't do anything. Maybe that's as small as they get now. Oh well, we can touch that up after, I guess. Just jump back into it. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. I want to make my own fenders for the back. Hey, thanks for the donation, Jared. And yeah, we will be giving it a spoiler, but maybe not in the traditional sense. Don't worry though, I have some ideas for that. I also just totally messed everything up in terms of our tire sizes and such, so I'm gonna fix that, don't worry. Okay, grab that, make that a little bit bigger, make that like that. And now it's just barely sticking through the wheel, just how I like it. It's brilliant. Yeah, morph sliders are definitely going to be a useful thing. I'm going to make the wheels themselves a little bit bigger because I want the brakes to be bigger, but we will have to adjust that when the time comes. So the reason that I did all of that work was because I want to cut some of this out. And I also have these gigantic fenders that I've used many times that I want to use again on the back. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it out on the front because that's what I like to do. I don't need a good reason. At this point, is there ever a good reason? Oh, heck, she gonna be wide. Oh, yes. Okay, once we cut everything out under this, it's gonna be like thick as heck, which is the whole point. Just forget everything that I just said there. Oh yes, that's perfect. It's actually turning out to be nice, which is a problem, but don't worry about it. Okay, so I'm going to take this at the center of the wheel, and then it won't widen at all for some reason. I will take it not at the center of the wheel, and I'll put it up here, and then make it wide. There we go. Elegant, beautiful, slightly clipping through literally everything. Those are the right things in this mind. I'd love like a body eraser. I know that this thing kind of takes that same purpose, but man oh man, it'd be nice just to be able to delete this stuff instead of having to rapidly tape it like this. However, this works, so can't complain too much. Okay, not bad. Then we'll take a square one, cut the whole bottom off because obviously that's got to go, and it's brilliant. Oh yeah, that's good. That is not bad at all. Not bad in the slightest. Okay. What the heck did you just join in on? Disaster in the making. Sometimes I like to destroy my once very solid reputation of amazing car builds and make stuff that's bad. Okay, I'm going to cut out this back piece as well. Oh, come on. There we go. You know you wanted to do it. The game is just mildly disagreeing with my desires here. I can understand why, but at the same time, it must bend to my will. Okay, that's going to be good enough. Back end is sorted. Oh yes. Custom fenders are looking nice, and the back like gun engine tube things are gonna need some work as well. So the front, the mod for the cutouts, it's called pretty sure it's called dog tape, but it's basically just transparent tape. Pretty easy to use, thankfully. And yeah, not bad stuff. Oh, I don't actually want the circular one. Square it is. Let's cut out the rest of this wheel. So the wheel actually, as we're now discovering, extends all the way into here. Like, what the heck? That's pretty deep. That's pretty wide. Okay, we're getting somewhere. I just want to make it so we can have our own custom fenders on here and also show off the engine with this brilliance. You don't spend this long on an engine and then not show it off, you know what I'm saying? It's like the builders who have transparent hoods and stuff. Although I'm not that bad. Oh yes, you wanted an open wheel car, you're getting it. Just maybe in an unorthodox way, but that's the way I prefer. Okay, small issue I'm running into. It's got a few little pieces of debris on the sides that are going to be difficult to get rid of, but I will try. Oh yeah, no, that's going to be a challenge and I have to get rid of that. It's kind of what I was talking about with the, I wish there were more tools for this. Move over. I'm using the arrow keys now. We're getting into the basics. This was a terrible mistake. There we go. There it is. Close, but not quite. Tilt. Oh yeah, no, that's doing it. Yes! And all of our problems were immediately solved. Beautiful. Okay, the game is not liking my attempts here. Let's try this one again. If we make the tape thinner, then we can get a decent cut, so I'm gonna kind of just operate under that intention. Whether that's a good intention or not is yet to be seen. I'm just trying to get it to be a relatively clean cut. Okay. Oh, that's pretty clean actually. That is sparkly. There we go. I like it. I like it quite a bit. Okay, this bottom piece here, we gotta do something about that. Okay, it's not gonna like it, probably because it's too tall. Rapid clicking, this is now ASMR. It will not go any further. That is not a good sign. That is going the wrong way. Oh my goodness, it's working. It's wobbling back and forth. It's no longer working. Yes! Cut it! You know you want to. I don't think I've ever spent this long actually on tape like this, but hey. It's working, okay? That's all that matters. Oh no, I lost it. Okay. Well, that's mildly cut. I don't hate it. I do not hate it. I want to try one more time to make that work, and immediately I've already done it. Okay, that's fine. All right, so our engine is maybe, just maybe, sticking out a little bit, or sticking a little bit into the wheel. That is part of the design. Keep in mind as well, the wheels are, or at least they were, out as far as they can go. They are now out as far as they can go. That is really... I'm going to put those out just a little bit as well. But that is dangerous looking. Extremely dangerous, but extremely fun. Okay, so what we got to do now, in terms of the design at least, is this engine needs to be shown. Okay, I could just cut a huge hole in it and just be like, yep, sweet, done. But I want to do it a bit more sophisticated than that, including but not limited to gigantic grills that sort of serve this same purpose. As you can see, that's glitching out. It almost seems like this car could be just a tube frame. That's kind of what I want, almost. Full-on tube frame car without the tube frame part, because that takes a long time to make. Like, it literally takes hours to put all those pieces together. However, we can improvise, and so let's do that. It's been a long time since I styled the front of a car. It looks really menacing. I don't like that. But it's been a long time since I styled the front of a car, just because I haven't made anything new for a while, as odd as that seems. That is really jank. There we go. These body pieces that I'm using are unfortunately mildly broken, so let's go with the legit stuff. Cursed is my my new middle name. See, now that I've got this going on, I feel like it actually needs to be decent. Instead of making it totally and perpetually cursed in your minds, I feel like it needs to be remembered fondly and also stuck in your minds forever. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a gigantic smiling face, just like this. Except instead of having that piece there, it's going to be translucent. And it's obviously not going to be chrome either. Who the heck likes chrome? And what you can see through that is some gigantic... Well, it's the exhaust and the turbo's kind of there. What I want to do, though, is put a big intercooler in there. Because obviously this car needs one. Okay. Let's see if we can get this thing to fit. Oh, it kind of fits. 3D placement, obviously, is not going to go in there normally. Big, huge, slightly sticking out the sides. Oh, yes. Massive intercooler on the front of that lad. We need it. Okay, let me pick that lad up again. Oh, there it is. I want to make it a darker color, so it's going to be... Maybe that's a little bit too dark. Carbon fiber intercooler. Is that even a thing? Don't think about it too much. Okay, that is in there, and it's looking nice. It's looking good. What I'm thinking as well, because there's some holes in the sides, we could do some work with lights in those holes. We could grab something like this. I know these are big, but I'll shrink them down. Just like that. And 3D instead of 2D. Just kind of shove them back there. So now it legit has lights in those holes, which is awesome. This is just one of those ideas I've had kicking around for a while that I was thinking, it's like, yeah, that's a pretty decent front end. And I think that's not too bad, especially from the front. We need a chin splitter, obviously. This is not going to fly. Well, it might literally fly without one. My go-to is always this, and that's for a reason. It's ridiculously cool. So we got to go out just to the ends of the earth here, being the fender ends. And then what we can do is we can pop this up a layer so it sticks up on top of it like a chin. Drop this down just a little bit, lower that stance. Ah, darn, it's got points on it now. Sweet. Okay, now we have a chin splitter. Okay, so our weirdly awkward looking front end is definitely coming together, and it keeps getting spikes, which is annoying. I So the thing that's kind of funny about this car is that the turbos on it are super low, and when we had the wheels smaller, the lowest point on the car was the turbo, uh, which is like horrible for design, but it's also hilarious. So I figure we need to improve things. Now I'm going to quickly make a carbon fiber for this, and we'll use that carbon fiber throughout. Catfish Miata, I feel like this is worse than that. Um, in a lot of ways, it is much worse than that. Oh yeah, carbon fiber, everything. The front end has just this massive hole in it that directs air into the intercooler. Like that is beautiful. That is exactly what we want. Okay, so in order to not have to deal with having traditional lights, what we're going to do instead is put some really jagged pieces on the top of this and then just have them be fully open. So I'm thinking maybe those are a bit too much. Those aren't quite pointy enough. Something like this, only not as horrible. Oh yes, it looks like Venom. It's maybe not quite what I had anticipated, but I don't mind it. So these pieces here are going to be our intakes. The fact that it looks like Venom is actually interesting, and the pink eyes in there too. I don't hate it. Alright, let's work with this. Oh, that's weird. It's strange. Okay, now we have to give it eyes, obviously. Now, where the heck are the air intakes? There's gotta be an air filter around here somewhere. I'll find it, don't worry. Also, there are machine guns and stuff that we could add to this, but we'll avoid that for now. We could literally make a tank if we wanted to. Hey, it's like I said, I like to experiment, okay? So that's why things are getting weird. I could totally just steal this. Carburetor cutouts. Nighttime before Christmas. Oh, Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah. Yeah, I see it. I definitely see it. Genuine question. Is that movie a Christmas movie or a Halloween movie? It does talk about being before Christmas, right? So my instinct is to say Halloween movie. Oh my goodness, I forgot about these. This is one of the best modifications ever. If it would go on straight, then you'd be able to see it, but I'll show you anyway. Look at that beauty. This instantly transforms any car into just a work of art. Oh man, if I was a worse person, then this would definitely be part of the build. But don't worry, I'm not that bad. It actually looks decent, okay? That's kind of a problem. It actually looks good. Oh man, okay. We're saving that design idea for another day. Let me just quickly skip over that thing. We'll have to do that another time. The Hertz idea is not bad. I will say. I feel like as I slowly work on these things, I just come up with more and more terrible ideas. But maybe that's the good thing. Like that's the point. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to give up on that idea mildly, and we'll just go ahead and we will stick some intake-looking things in there, even though it doesn't make any sense. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab these and then make it 3D. Make it so it's blindingly chrome is the best way I could describe this. Actually, let's make it 2D again. Point it. There we go. Oh man, this is horrible. Horrible is good. Horrible is good. And then one on that side too. Oh, yes. Now it has eyes. Man, oh man, it's beautiful. It is elegant. That is perfect. It's perfect. Don't worry about it. It is perfect. Okay, so our gigantic exhaust at the back, we still have to do some work on. The front end still screams literally that it needs a nose of some kind. So let me just quickly sort that out. Wait a minute now. What have you done? Don't worry, it's all part of my master plan. Rotate that, cry a little bit, make it huge. Actually shrink it a lot. A lot. A lot. What? That is actually, oh man, hold on a minute. Wait. It is refusing to change color. It really doesn't want to change color. Okay, I feel like I literally broke the game now because it doesn't want to take that color, or I'm messing with the wrong piece. But if we make this, there we go. We make that carbon, and then we make this see-through, and now we officially have like fangs in the radiator. Oh man, this was a terrible good idea. Okay, this is it cannot stay that color now that we've got all this carbon going on. Yes. Proper intakes everywhere. The nose snake car thing, literally called Venom now. At least in my mind it is. Oh, it's lips carbon too. That hurts my eyes. Okay, maybe we won't do that. That is horrible. And good at the same time. Okay. So what we need to do now is add an intake to the hood, and then we got to do some basic car features. And then this back end needs to be totally finished because it's not finished in the slightest. And yeah, then we'll try out the recreation of the paddy wagon, and then we'll try out this thing as well in BeamNG. The O-fender, oh man. Guys, let's be real. Do you think it's good, or is it just terrible? Because I feel like, at least in some ways, it's redeemable, but at the same time, it's like this is real rough. And I feel that there are other ways to make it significantly worse, including superchargers and stuff. But for the sake of our mental health, I will avoid doing that for now. Actually, you know what? Let's make a poll. Let's do a poll. Good or bad? I need to know. I have to know. If I put a V6 badge on here, that would be pretty funny. Well, there is a cat walking across my driveway, and my phone is going mad about it. Okay, I see 80% good. Okay, we're on the right track. Thank you, appreciate it. um, I'll just leave that up for a bit so everybody can vote. Put a Tesla badge. I was thinking of putting 3 V6 badges on it because that would be, well, that'd be V18, but close enough. Yeah, man, I got a V18 in there. You know what I'm saying? V18 power. Don't question it. Just don't think about it too much. Just don't think about it too much, right? Just don't think about it too much. Stop thinking about it. I know you're thinking, and you should stop thinking because I'm about to put stacks on this. Okay, so that's my trial run, I'll say, and then my better idea is take one of these, spin it around, make it bigger so this actually has a lip on it. That is way too much of a lip. Oh man, I question myself sometimes. Often, I should say. Often. Very, very often. Yes. Okay, now there's a big hole in the bonnet. Like it was meant to be. Stick those out just a little bit extra. Lean them forward, you know what I'm saying? Oh, it looks like it has hair now. That's a bit of an issue. I know it's not enough cylinders, but it's kind of funny. Oh, that is actually, wait, that is 10, isn't it? Yeah, we do need 2 more. Wait a minute. V12, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is there actually? Yes, there is a V16 version. Hey, good call, good call. Excellent maneuvering there. Good counting. It now has a full-on massive ITV, just library on the top of it. There's a lot going on that. Okay. This is getting worse by the second. Let's oh no. I'm losing my mind. Let's put this piece here so it kind of covers it a little bit. It's got a lip for the ITBs. Okay, that's beautiful. That is untouchable. I can't do better than that. How do you get a V16? You gotta buy it. It's a DLC. Man, oh man. Sometimes my genius is overwhelming. Okay, let's do the back. So the back should be equally as interesting because 1, I have terrible ideas, and 2, I also have other terrible ideas involving rockets, which you should definitely consider to be a warning to NASA. NASA, don't worry, I'll be sending up my own rocket cars in just a few years. Just a few. Put that in quotes. Don't worry, I will be trying this in BeamNG. You'll just have to stick around until the end of the build for that, which might be a while. Apologies. We still have to tune the the heck out of this car. So I kind of need taillights that fit that gap, and the only ones I'm finding are here. Oh, that's bad. Oh no. This does not match the aesthetic in the slightest, so I think I'm gonna have to redo. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Okay, let's make something that actually matches. As much as I did was attempting to avoid that dilemma, significant dilemma, we will have to make something decent. So the back doesn't have to really match the front, because the front is like, what the heck is that? And then the back is basically just a snake. So what I think I'm going to try is, before I do that other part, I kind of want to try and do a massive diffuser, and then we'll get to the headlights. And also, as was previously just suggested by Jared, I think who suggested it, who I may or may not mistakenly call Jacob all the time, don't worry about it, is we could probably get away with a huge wing on here too. Just massive chassis mounted wing. Stuff that Honda Civics dream of. You'd probably know what I'm talking about. Oh, this is gonna be close. Why does it stick off in that way? Yes, get on up there. We just have to find something that's wide enough to break this through. Yes. Oh yes, okay. Wing mode engaged. Now that is true drag car spec right there. Although it's not quite wide enough, is it? Oh well. Maybe we can get away with a different variant. Some of these are horrible. Okay, I'm gonna go with that one for now, just because it's the widest. We'll leave that in place, just for a minute now, and then we'll come back to that in a bit. But I want to make this a gigantic diffuser first before we get too far. We're still rocking the good over bad, so I think that's a good sign. Let me just... Oh wait, can I make another poll? Oh, I probably have to wait for a cooldown now. Yeah, I do have to wait for a cooldown. This is a surprise poll. There you go, got it. Surprise poll up. The very important poll. Okay, diffuser time. I think we're gonna need. Wait, yes is winning in the. Yes is currently winning. It's not like you have a choice. Dun dun dun. It's almost like we're playing Tropico or something. Okay, I'm gonna make use out of these pieces here because they're awesome, and also, oh man, that is gonna be a great debate within me whether or not we need that piece or not. And I gotta make this as wide as it will go without touching the wheels. Oh yes. Make that 3D. Sink it in just a little bit so it's not touching the wheels. Bigger means better in this case, so huge diffuser, just rocket style. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Rocket Bunny is it's got no match on me. You know those guys in Japan, they master craftsmen. Can't do much against some random guy in Canada on automation. See me designing all this stuff for Bride next. Okay, let's get rid of this shiny stuff. I'm just changing all the stock carbon fiber for my custom carbon fiber because it's better. Oh, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. Okay, so now we got to fill in all these gaps. And there's literally a giant hole here, by the way. That inside piece that you're seeing is actually the fenders all the way through. Is it going to scrape? It might. That's part of the... It's part of the fun. Let's see about... Well, we're going to need to do side skirts now too, aren't we? Man, we might even need a ridiculous front piece. Body contact. We will figure that out, don't worry. I feel like if it's just clipping slightly, then it's doing something right, but I want to make a bit of a connection here. What we could do is have the alternate version with the giant pieces on the side, but I felt like that was a bit too much. These pieces here, now I've done this a few times with the rocket bit, which is maybe just a bit of a habit of mine. It turns out I never left the rocket phase because this stuff is fun as heck. So what we're going to need to do is, those are two massive exhaust pipes. We're going to need to put something in there so it doesn't just peer into the back end, because that's just awkward. And then, yeah, lights too? I keep forgetting about that part. Okay. Custom lights or something similar coming right up. These are always my go-to, like, oh man, I need lights real quick. Just throw some of those on. But I know that there are shapes that fit pretty much everything in here, so let's try it. Pop-up taillights. See, that's getting into the bad end of things. We're trying to avoid badness, okay? Trying to avoid making things too bad. You know, I have this tendency to make everything perfect and elegant, and so I'm continuing on with that trend, as you can see. Oh, it's so jank. Okay. Jank is good in this case. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, we'll make them the hold ones so that we have gigantic holes in the side of the car. And then we'll just make that bigger to cover up the rest of the taillight section. Oh, it's perfect. Maybe a little bit too perfect, actually. There we go. Yes, yes, yes. All right, so we've cut that out in an incriminating fashion. So what I think I'm going to need to do next is slap some lights in there, obviously. The circles that I used on the front are definitely possible. We can just throw some more of those lights in. These pieces right here are very, very useful for this kind of thing. It sticks out a decent amount. I'm just going to make it shrink in. Yes, this is working out really nicely. I realize that it's not red colored, but we can change that, so don't worry. Hey, and now it's brake lights. That'll be our tail light, and that can be nothing. We'll make this carbon. Oh yes. Okay, and then I'm gonna go back to these, make them this color, tint this slightly, and now we have these like dark taillight things in there. Come to me, fixture, please. I think I'm going the wrong order. There we go. Okay, so we actually have tail lights in a box, kind of. To be able to be seen from the side, that's maybe a little bit too realistic for this. Just a little bit too good. Okay, I want to make this outer material carbon as well. Lights. Yeah, I think the lights are good. I did make them legit brake lights, so that should theoretically function. They are... So it's weird because it shows the red only when you're on the side of it. There we go. Okay, I fixed it. Apparently they were a little bit too far back. But yeah, that's kind of what I was going for, these gigantic red pieces in the back end of the car. Let's fill in this gap with some weirdness, because obviously at the current moment it is not working out the best. There we go. Basically I just want to make these 3D and then sync them back in there so that this has a chance to show us its terribleness. Beautiful. Okay, so that's kind of done-ish. Massive wing here is everything. Everything's kind of connected. How are we doing up front? Things are happening. Transmission is still sticking out of the wheel, by the way, so this might not even drive. But yeah. What else do we need? What did he just walk in on? Beauty in its finest, okay? Absolute unending beauty. Let me just try and yeah, there we go. Let me just try and put some like very basic car pieces on this, because I feel like we need some some basic pieces to pull it together to make it look like a real car. Yeah, don't worry about the transmission sticking through the wheel. That is just part of the deal, okay? The car needs to have some quirks and some features, including undrivable ones. Okay, so we got our door handles made out of carbon fiber. Got to put a fuel cap on it. Where is the question, but well, I don't know. Fuel cap up here, maybe? Something like that. Doesn't ruin the body line. Windshield wipers are definitely an optional piece, but I'll throw some on anyways. Oh yeah, we also have gigantic engine models here, because of course we do. So we could theoretically make a twin engine car, which would be an awesome idea, by the way. If somebody wants to make something weird, do one of those 2-engine Hot Wheel cars. Except give it like a tiny V8 in the center, and then just fill in the gap with these lads. Okay, windshield wipers, where did you go? Windshield wipers, oh, no, there we go. Or should I say windshield wiper? Yes. I don't know, I like making these central. Doesn't make any sense, doesn't need to. It's perfect. There we go, that's proper jank. Okay, gigantic cut. I feel like these cuts can be less so because I moved the wheel out. This might just totally ruin it. Just the small touch didn't ruin it, so that's a good sign. And then the back cut, we can shrink that down as well. It doesn't need to be that big. Lower it. Oh, geez. Oh, please, no. There we go. There, that's what I want. So we have a slightly lower cut and a little bit more airspace for that to... Does this even work? Like, it probably wouldn't make any sense in real life, but I don't think much of this car actually does, all things considered. Okay, number plates and stuff we're not going to worry about. Exhaust is this, so we're good. Wheels and stuff, good. Mirrors, does it even need mirrors? I guess we'll throw some on there. Mirrors almost ruin the entire aesthetic. Let me just try and make them carbon and see if that helps. The whole bubble car thing is working out a little bit too well for me, so I'm going to leave those. Oh, goodness. Is that... Oh, side skirts real quick. Let's do some side skirts. So we have a couple options for side skirts, including having these gigantic pieces from the this kit, which is an awesome kit. So let's quickly slap one of these on, and we'll color it up so it's proper. Yes, yes, yes. Shrink that down a little bit, and then 3D place it inwards. I like when the side skirts are so big that you can't open the door. That's sort of my my aesthetic. And then if we lower that down, well, maybe not too much. Just make it a bit thicker, I guess. Maybe that's a bit too thick. It's definitely quirky. Oh, it's big. And I gotta put one on the other side. I've got problems and I don't want to fix them. I feel like these are good problems to have. Beautiful. Elegant and makes no sense at all, just the way I like it. The problem I'm having with these is they're too thin. So I'm going to use these instead. This was my old style way of doing things, where I would just literally take a splitter, make it as big as it can be on the side of the car, and just roll with it. Thankfully, because we cut the fenders, we can get away with this stuff. But just carbon fiber everything. Make it stick out as much as possible without looking too dumb. Drop it on the other side too, and we have our very own custom side skirts to try and lower the car down a little bit. So is that finished, at least in terms of aesthetics? I guess it is. Handicap ramps? Okay, that is a good way to put it. Okay, we can get away with that being just a touch bigger. How are we doing? Oh yeah, thank you for liking the stream, by the way. That poll was a joke, but I appreciate it. Let's make this actually a good aesthetic. There we go. Alright, let's take this thing into the tuning, get this done, and then we will we'll have to attempt to drive it in BeamNG down the drag strip especially. 610 top speed. Lord help me, that's gonna be quick. That is shockingly fast if we can even get there. Spacing is still up. If you're not aware already, this car has 4,430 horsepower. Front wheel drive. Yes, still front wheel drive. I wish this went higher. I'm very disappointed that it doesn't. I want to take that away. Speed limit? Who needs it? Okay, we're making some interesting gains in the wheel department. Again, I'm not really worried about it being an understeer beast. That's part of the fun in my mind. So let's see what it's saying. Car's weight and lack of power steering. Okay, we'll fix the power steering issue just to get rid of that warning. Downforce at top speed is too high, so we'll take a look at that. Apparently it bottoms out the car. Fine. Downforce is optional. Wow, that is shockingly powerful then. It still has downforce. I have no under tray and the downforce is still too much. What the heck? How close are we to internal wheel spinning action? That's what I like to see. Because apparently this thing is going to go so fast that it will... like, look at how much downforce it has. Especially on the rear. That is a ton of downforce. 1,280 kilos. What the heck? The wings are definitely doing something. I'm not sure they're giving me much hope here. We can turn that rear wing angle all the way up, get 2,500 kilos of downforce. That is genius. Turn the front all the way up and we're rocking 2,500 and 900 on the front. Let me just turn those both down. Try not to break the car too badly. If we have a bit of downforce, that's not a bad thing, but we don't want it to bottom itself out like it was. The jump arena, I'm intending on going to the grid map, so we'll be able to jump around in the grid map hopefully. We'll spend some time there though, don't worry. I'm gonna turn up the cooling a little bit because this car is so ridiculously powerful that we're gonna need it. We're definitely gonna need it. Let's turn that up all the way and see what it does to our top speed. Oh, it actually really affects it. That's shocking, actually. Hold on. Drop that down. So we need that much, and I'm going to give it that much. And 609, I think we can get away with a little bit more. Because our max is 580, I'm just going to increase this until our max speed is 580 as well. And then we'll be, yeah, down one tick. Down 2 ticks actually, and we're right in the spot where if we have a little bit of cooling, then it's not going to grenade as easily. So that's kind of my goal and dream and hope and all that. We'll see if it actually makes any sense. Drivability 97, sportiness cool 68, you know how it goes. I'm gonna up the suspension quality significantly because I feel like it really needs it. And wheel spin, we'll just avoid that. Now let's give it a name. Its original idea was to be Venom with a num on the end. And then 20, let's call it 4430 horsepower. Oh, that's two horsepower V16 monster. Literally monster. Alright, let's take this lad into BeamNG and see what we can do with it. Oh, I said 430, it's actually 4. Oh, those eyes. It glows better than I thought. Oh, this is going to be great. This might actually be one of my most wild creations so far, just because it's very purpose-built. You're not going to be numb when you're... Actually, rephrase, you will be numb when you drive this thing, and you're going 570 kilometers an hour. Beautiful. See some Honda Civic pull up to this lad on the light. That's it's going to be an interesting thing. However, you can even see the teeth in the grill. That was kind of what inspired the Venom thing. Okay, let's quickly switch to BeamNG. Pray it doesn't crash too bad on me, because BeamNG is about as stable as ever. And yeah. How fast do you think it's going to blow up? I see that comment. I realize that it's very likely this is going to explode within the first 55 milliseconds that I load it in. Immediately is about what I would expect. So we'll find out. Alright. BeamNG. Free roam. Grid map v2. Heck yes, map center. Take me there. Take me home, country roads. And we'll see if this thing can do any passes on the drag strip. Or drive at all. Hopefully it can drive. I mean, I think the latest ridiculous engine that I made was able to drive. But, I mean, that's no guarantee. Oh yeah, this is my BeamNG daily that I made a long time ago. Oh yeah, hopefully there's sound as well. It does not seem like there is sound, which is really awkward. Hold up a minute here. Okay, we're good. You should definitely be hearing this car because it is going to be deafeningly loud. And I have the volume turned down drastically. Yeah, it's there, it's just super quiet. Okay, so let's load in our two vehicles of choice for today. First one is going to be the recently amended paddy wagon, which is looking a little bit better than it did before. And then second will be our latest ridiculous death creation. Oh, this thing is huge! I didn't realize it was so huge. Oh my goodness. Compared to a regular car, it is tall, to say the least. Something that's kind of funny is I have been driving my Tiburon in real life for quite a while, like basically a month, just driving that car, and I hopped in my Infiniti sedan today, and it felt like a monster truck, like it was just massive. But it's not even that big a car. Venom snake car. Oh, I'm scared of this one, so let's do the other car first. Oh, darn, none of the transparency worked. Oh, that sucks. Well, that's... Some of it seems to have come through, just not all of it. You know what? We don't really care too much about the styling, do we? We're all about that drivability, so we'll see about that in a moment. Let's first check out the SpongeBob car. I'm going to leave you... maybe I should shut this off instead of leaving it running. But we'll take the SpongeBob car out for a spin with its new V8. Oh, yes. It only revs to 7. Oh, what the heck? The red line is totally off in BeamNG. Well, I mean, we made it this far at least, so it's functional. Get into 6th. Okay, there's no 7. It's actually quick. It's weird, but it's quick. It's much more powerful than the previous version, and I gotta say that having the windscreen work is a good start. Same thing with the flag working all the way around. That's what I should have done way at the beginning. Also, did you notice that the tiny baby brakes are in there, just hanging out in the wheels? You know, I really wish that the wheels didn't have these massive extensions on them, but that's kind of what we're working with here. The funny part is that, well, obviously this thing has literally negative grip. But the car in the SpongeBob movie was like, it was fast, at least at the beginning. Dang. Well, I'm relatively pleased with this. It's acceptable as a change. It looks better than it used to in BeamNG. which is a good thing. And if we were able to get rid of the ridiculous fenders, then it would totally be able to pass off as like a SpongeBob car in this game. Okay, fine, we'll crash it into something. This is BeamNG. That's water. That's not going to be good. Oh, actually it floats. Kind of. Well, now it's soggy. I think it might be ruined. Oh, I'm floating down river. Oh, darn. This was a mistake. Oh, look, there's the player character over there. Oh, no. Swim, swim. This is not something I anticipated happening to me. There we go. There it is. Okay. Okay, let's jump into the car, the one that you're anticipating. When you start it up, it shakes the ground, which is a good start. Revving this thing up, keeping in mind that it has shockingly large amounts of power, and which is not destroying the transmission, so that's a good start. Oh, I just realized. Oh no, guys. It does endos. Oh, there's something wrong with it. There is definitely something wrong with it. Oh no. Oh, I can't believe it does that. I guess all the weight is at the front, so it just does all the endos it wants. Okay, so starting in first gear is not a good idea, so I'm going to start in fourth. I'm actually going to start in seventh, because that's the only way to get any controllable speed. It has so much power, it just shoots the wheels off. That's awesome. Oh man. I can't... I'm so happy. I mean, the wheel is thoroughly broken, but this is a beautiful beast. Goodness. I wasn't expecting it to die so quick, but I guess I should have anticipated some sort of death. All things considered, it's rocking its... Like, as soon as it slows down, just even on clutch braking, or I guess this would be engine braking, the back end lifts. Like, if I made this thing all-wheel drive, it wouldn't even make sense. Like, the back end would still lift off like it does. Okay, it's less so in third gear. The fire out of the rocket piece is actually working. You can just see the front wheels vibe as soon as I get on the throttle. Like, they're not pleased to be in the situation that they're in. Oh goodness, this is too much fun. Okay, up into fourth. Same issue, and in fact it seems to disconnect the... I might be disconnecting the front drive shafts. The steering is definitely gone at this point. Oh, I'm holding out. 7. Oh! It's not slow. It is not slow in the slightest. And the engine flying out is definitely making for a good show. Oh man, okay, let's do some more exploring. If we just say, if we set this to 100, set to 100, it doesn't actually get too hot, which is a good sign. There we go, 64. I can't actually get to 100 in this gear. So we'll shift up. It does not like cruise control in the slightest. It only knows one thing, and that is accelerate. That is literally all it does. Oh, it is so pissed. it basically idles at 100 kilometers an hour. I mean, I guess that's to be expected. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me turn that off. See, as soon as you accelerate fast enough, the front tires just deflate immediately. They just cannot handle it. And then they they disintegrate, and then you just fly away into nothingness. Okay. I have an idea. Let's go up into the great beyond in BeamNG and attempt to spawn the car over here somewhere. Where is the drag strip material? It's got to be somewhere over here, or somewhere somewhere where I can find it. But basically there are many obstacles in this map, as you would likely suspect, including potholed roads and stuff like that. And there's the drag strip right here. So let's try it out on this section so we don't have to jump into the West Coast map and see if I can't just turn this into something horrible. Whoops. I'm supposed to spawn a new car there. My mistake. We'll remove this car as well for better performance. And we'll remove that guy too, if that's even possible. You can see the vast amount of creations I made. Somebody asked about how many Bugos there were earlier, and this is the answer. There are quite a few. Just a few Bugos. Just a few. Okay, let's jump up back into the sky. Maybe what we can do... Oh, darn. I'm stuck on the guy, no. I'm just gonna quickly spawn in one of these to be my vessel. So yeah, actually the drag strip is very close to where we were, but if we drop ourselves down right here, we'll be good. Okay, all right. What we can do, and this is kind of what I was thinking, is not that. We can adjust our tire pressures to hopefully make this a bit easier. Down to 5 psi. Is that about right? Fuel volume, we don't need that much. Turn it down. Let's see what this does. Okay, so our front tires and our rear tires are suitably flat. Should give us a little bit more grip. Drag strip, except with this, let's see it. Okay, it lost that. I'm trying to race myself here, but it's not going well. Oh my goodness. So the tires actually don't go flat immediately when you're on the drag piece. However, the clackling is very annoying. That is deadly. Okay, let's try that again without an opponent. I'm very interested to see if we can actually make it down the drag strip in one piece. And I've never dragged this strip before, so I don't exactly know how it goes. I assume it's the same as the West Coast map, but... Turbos are overheating. We're gonna crash into ourselves. Hey! Those pink engines flying everywhere. We'll just leave that destroyed one over there as evidence for the future. The fact that we can just do an endo on command is awesome. following instructions. Align your front wheels to that. Oh no, we don't have any subtle movements. Oh well, whatever. So the wheels tend to fly off, and at that point it was saying I was doing, well, it's currently saying I'm doing 10,000. Okay, anybody want to attempt to make sense of our current speedometer? 27,600 kilometers an hour. I feel like we may be breaking some kind of speed record here. I'm just gonna let that go up. I feel like this creation is slowly unraveling. Maybe the gearing is too short, but I feel like this is ultimately an issue with the wheels. Okay, so there's the intakes from the broken car. We'll just pretend I didn't see that. Oh, that was rough. That was a bit of a hit. Seems like this amount of power is totally uncontrollable when you have when you have front wheel drive. Oh, I'm actually staged. Okay, we're gonna try and start in 6th. Okay, the vehicle's stopped, game. Oh, it just died immediately. 5th we can start in. 6th we can't start in. Oh, the wheel flew off before we had a chance to finish. No! Dang it. I tried. Oh, what about... Oh, hold on a minute. I just had a really good idea. What if we try and do a drag race in reverse? I know that we can't get past, what is this, 80 kilometers an hour in first gear, so our reverse gear is probably going to be not much. But I want to try it just for fun. Let's attempt to do a drag race in reverse. Ready? Oh, we got a solid wheelie. Oh, man. Okay, hold on. I think I can do better. If we can hold the wheelie, or the endo, I guess, for any amount of time, then I've been successful in my challenge. Oh my goodness, this car would be bad even as a rear-wheel drive car. It would just launch the back end up. Oh my goodness. Well. Okay, so somebody's suggesting doing jumps. I feel like we've very thoroughly destroyed the drag strip. This is a drag car that, I don't know, it's just gonna do its own thing. So we'll pretend I didn't see that. It's gonna just be bouncing there for a while, making noise. 5th. Go, 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 go. 6th. Okay, I mean, the car is quite light, so you should theoretically be able to get ridiculously high. Oh, actually, in the half pipe might actually be good for us. Oh, this is a bit more than a half pipe, isn't it? This thing should have the traction to be able to do a lot of these hill climbs. I'm wondering now about making a car out of this body that isn't ridiculous, but has these massive full-size wheels. I'm kind of curious to see if it would just be traction heaven or not. Because theoretically you can make something with this body, say 800 horsepower, maximum wheel size, all-wheel drive, or 4x4, whatever you want, and then just launch it, and the thing would hook up no problem. But with this much power and this strange gearing, there is nothing you can do. The car is just an absolute animal. It's uncontrollable in the best of ways. That was very drawn out, but is anybody looking for a ridiculously powerful V16, which may or may not be disconnected from its gearbox? Yeah, just let me know. I got one laying on the ground right over here. I actually don't remember what the weight of the car is. It's not much though. It's all carbon fiber, and the engine is the heaviest part by a significant margin. Okay, I'm going to attempt to scale this pyramid without wheel spinning. Wish me luck. Okay, as long as you stay low in the RPM, you can actually do stuff. Yeah, it's not even bad as if you don't try to gun it all the time. As I say that, the engine really does like to fly out, so I guess that's something. Oh my goodness, the bumping around. Oh no. Okay, if I stick around 200 kilometers an hour, somewhere in there, then we're not doing too bad. I really want to try it on this like outer track, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it while staying stable. That is yet to be seen. Okay, 200 kilometers an hour. Oh man, set the cruise, set the cruise. Set it. Hey, that's a lot more controllable. 226. Yes, yes, maybe I've actually found a car that can do this entire circuit at a high speed. 0 to 100 is ridiculously quick, depending on what gear you're in. I guess we could time it if you really want, but the gist of this car is it can go from 200 to 300, probably faster than most cars can go from like 1 to 50. This thing is surprisingly stable at this speed. I'm gonna crank this up. 250 is my goal. Oh, easy with these big wheels, goodness. I think it might actually be a legit challenge at some point to try and make a car that survives this sort of thing all the way through, but doing like 400 kilometers an hour. I mean, this car can do more than 400, but it obviously is very unstable. And it likes to destroy itself at any means that it can. But if you try and make something that can do this loop just like ridiculously quick, something like 400 k's an hour, then my goodness, it might be a bit of a fun thing. I think that's sort of the fun that comes with this grid map as well, like all this weird stuff that's on here. It just all leads to goodness. I'd have to break out my wheel though, I think, to really get a smooth thing on here. And you're right, we should probably go higher. 300 is our next goal. I'm trying to turn and use cruise at the same time. Don't take driving advice from me. 300 k's an hour, up into 7th. Yeah, this car is just nuts. Oh, you know what? We might still be running on our drag pressures. I might not have changed that. Or it could have possibly reset it when I respawn the car. That's quick. It has no problem at all with this speed. If we go high up on the wall, it basically just steers itself. I can imagine the torque steer on this would be a little bit nuts, but easy. Alright, you ready? Oh, it ate the wheels before I could do anything. Man, I gotta get me a car in real life that's so fast that it eats wheels before you can actually go anywhere. Oh yeah, somebody was asking about 0 to 100. That's our average speed. Oh, fuel consumption. Oh my goodness, this thing does 500 liters per 100 Ks. No chance. Our average speed apparently is 1,000 kilometers an hour. I don't think I'm gonna refute that. I'm gonna start in second gear. Actually, wait. If we start in third gear, there's 100 right there. Or actually, that's a wheel spin to 100. Let me just try and put the proper UI thing on here so we can see what the real speed is. We need airspeed. If I could find it. Well, there it is. We'll just put that right there, just add to my giant stack of things to look at. And we'll actually see how fast we're really going instead of just the speed of the wheels as it previously was. So if we jump up into third, and I just wheel spin it, then we're not getting very far. However, we go from a dead stop. There's 100. Well, let's see our 0 to 200 time. Yeah, around 200 kilometers an hour based on wheel speed of 300 and something. It just seems to detonate, so unfortunate. Well guys, I think that's going to be it for this stream. Thank you so much for sticking around for this long. It's been 2.5 hours of goodness, including making this and the Patty Mobile. I'm going to quickly make a fancy thumbnail for this stream, and then the VOD will be right up immediately. So yeah, if you want to check it out after the fact, you think you missed some of the beginning or something, then it will be up for you in a bit. But yeah, thanks for sticking around, guys. Alan, thanks for the history on this game. Appreciate seeing you guys again. Man, oh man, it is... I didn't make a video for today, but I thought that making this stream would be fun, and thankfully it did turn out good. I was a little bit worried. See you guys again next time. Got more videos coming up. I don't think there'll be any IRL stuff next week, but more stuff, especially next week on automation. Get excited. We are delving deep into carbon fiber. It's gonna be good. See you again next time.